All right, beautiful. So my name's Anastasia, and tonight I'm going to go through our online masterclass on essential oils safely. Now, I think the biggest reason people don't jump into using their essential oils or have their essential oils and don't get using them or don't use them as much as they could is because they're scared, worried, feared, unsure, don't know. So they don't know what to do. And using them safely, I think, is really important. And feeling a little bit comfortable and confident always helps to open the door to being able to use them a little bit more freely. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to go through this class. So if you haven't got yourself a drink, grab a drink. If you have some oils, go grab your oils. It's always nice to have some oils to play with. I've got the current Mother's Day amazing oils that's only got a few left just here. So to get started, I might go with that Blue Lotus and just pop an oil on. You almost like the really, like the ones that you love, you almost don't want to use too much because you don't want it to run out. So it's like, well, what do? I want to use it, right? But I want it to last. So a little bit about me. So 5 years ago, I was introduced to doTERRA. I was not in a very good place. I experienced having a stillborn baby. My first baby, I lost him at 39 weeks. So I birthed him and all that stuff. It was a really rough trot. I closed my business. I had to learn to live again. Just to shower and to eat every day was a really big task. Sleep, anxiety, it was all pretty messy. A few weeks after that, 6 or 7 weeks, I fell pregnant again, which I was very blessed to, as it had taken me so long to get pregnant. And then I knew that I was not going to go back to work and leave my baby. I was just wanted to be with that baby when it came out safely all the time. And I needed to have an opportunity to work, to do something that meant I could do it around my kids and I didn't have to leave them. So doTERRA is that opportunity for me. When my first daughter was born and she was 10 weeks old, I was introduced to doTERRA business side of things. And I wasn't too sure about it, but I thought it was a really good answer to my problems. It allowed me to, give it a go. It was using natural products, the purest essential oils in the world. And I did a lot of research on doTERRA, a lot of research. The compensation plan, which I had a lot of knowledge in business, was just amazing. The product, I started to use it and it was incredible. I stopped spending hundreds of dollars at the chemist on baby products, and I was just making my own baby products and making my own cleaning products, and I was blown away, and it allowed me to be flexible. This is a beautiful photo of my next daughter. This is little Yana. She's almost 3 now, and we did a trip to Perth to educate and to share the oils with other people who want to empower them in their own home and learn a little bit more. So that's me in a really quick nutshell. I don't really like to go on about me too much, so I try to get on and off it pretty quick. Essential oils and why doTERRA. I'm going to go through some of this in a little bit more detail a little bit later. But essential oils, well, they are effective, they're natural, they're safe, they're affordable. In our case, we aren't the cheapest essential oils on the market, but that is because of our purity. It's also because we pay our farmers fair. doTERRA don't own the farms. People like you and I own the farms. They employ people. And a lot of money goes back into those communities and schooling and all that kind of stuff. But just to give an example, there where you might use 10 drops of another oil in a diffuser and you've got toxic oils in your home anyway, with doTERRA, you've got pure oils and you only need a couple of drops in your diffuser to last you hours. Here's a really good one of potency. 1 drop of peppermint tea is equivalent to having 28 cups. 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to having 28 cups of peppermint tea. So you might even find just popping your toothpick into the oil and into your water is more than enough to help give you that real beautiful peppermint flavor. Standard. So when we're talking about standards, we have to make sure that, we're not just talking about money wise, but we're talking about trusted, we're talking about tested, we're talking about, is it synthetic, is it food grade, is it, what is it that we're using here? And I actually had a conversation with a lady a little bit earlier yesterday to do one of my online oil experiences. You get samples and it's a 6-day education that I run every month. And she decided to opt out as she brought some cheap essential oils to clean her house, and she was okay with that. And I didn't say anything because it's totally her choice. But no matter what you're doing with these oils, they're in your home. So even if you're using a toxic essential oil to clean your home, you're still breathing it in. So it made no sense to me, but I think it's really important we let people be on their own journey. But please just keep in mind, if you're cleaning or if you're cooking or if you're diffusing, it's in our home, and our homes are the most toxic places that we are in. And right now we are spending all of our time pretty much in our homes. So we need to make sure that we reduce the toxins and we keep our house being the best place for us, because this is where we spend the most of our time. doTERRA oils are tested by numerous third parties. So that means that we know that we can feel confident that they are what they say they are. They're 100% pure. There's also a code on the bottom of each bottle. We can search that up on a Source to You website, and it tells us everything about that, which is pretty incredible to have. There's a lot that goes behind getting that bottle of essential oils into your home. How we use our essential oils, I'm just going to fly through this bit because we're going to nut down in it safely in a minute, aromatically, topically, and adding it into our food. And here is something that I think is really important when we're going to talk over essential oils safely, is dosage. So here, like anything else you use for your health and your wellness, essential oils can be used safely when they're done in proper dosage guidelines. And here is aromatic. As you can see, there's no minimum or maximum for aromatic. You can diffuse all day, every day. That is not a problem. So these are internal use. It's got a guide for adults and children, and it's got a maximum in 24 hours orally, and dermal, so using it topically as well. All right, so essential oils are potent and they are powerful, and you only need a small amount of oil. So say you wanted to use 10 different oils, well, you would make up like a roller with carrier oil, and you can roll that on you. So you're not using all those oils at the same on you at the time, but you get the use of all of the oils, if that makes sense. And I always like to say, start less and then add more. Like for me, when my babies were babies, I would dilute the oil. I would add a tiny little bit on the wrist or in the elbow crease and on the bottom of the feet to see if there'd be any reaction. I've never had any reaction. They've never had any reactions, but we're all different. We're all humans. We're of different type. So just like anything you would use, you want to make sure that you're diluting it and you're just checking for sensitivity. So if you ever, find that your skin is irritated or anything like that, you can just put some more carrier oil on there, which we like to use as our fractionated coconut oil as well. As you see, aromatically, it can be just breathing it in as well. So literally just taking, this is lavender, taking the lid off your lavender and breathing it in, you're getting the benefits aromatically, and there's no limit on that. So you can do that all day long, every day, popping it into your diffuser. The rest of the chart does have internal applications referring to swallowing or ingesting the oils, and oral application refers to placing the essential oils in the mouth, so for cleansing and refreshing, and dermal is topical, so putting it on your body. Application. So when you're applying essential oils, there's 3 basic methods: aromatic, topical, and internal. Aromatic, breathing it in the diffuser, You can pop it on if you've got jewelry that is for aromatherapy. You can pop that on there. Topical application is where you use the essential oils on the skin, and internal use again is when you're ingesting it. I just want to make sure we've got those clear, that are different. I think having a firm understanding on using essential oils is really important. And, you know, for an example, applying essential oils topically, avoid applying at areas like in your eyes, up your nose, in your ears. Avoid essential oils on broken or damaged skin. And also your sensitive bits. Like, you just want to be really careful. If there's something specific that you want to use, I know before I was giving birth, I had to look up what I could do to help support me, so perhaps I might not rip while I was birthing. There was essential oils and a method used specifically for that and how to use it. So, you know, when we're looking deeper into specific things, we can get more specific answers and ways to use. But overall, in a general thing, we just want to make sure that we're keeping it out of those spots. Okay. So it's important to understand how essential oils should be used, and more importantly, which essential oils are approved for internal use. So you will notice that some of our oils, doTERRA oils, are intended, like you can use them internally, and it will tell you on here, this is frankincense, and I don't know if you're going to be able to read it on here, but it does say for flavoring use. So dilute 1 drop in food or liquid. So that tells you on there that you can use it. And no, not all essential oils are safe for internal use. Not all of doTERRA oils are safe for internal use, but you will find in the general public of essential oils, very minimal are compared to doTERRA. Ours are food grade. So the ones that are food grade, you'll find are food grade. But it's really interesting, you know, like a frankincense or a lemon, if another company isn't food grade, you want to be asking yourself, why not? Like, why not, you know? And then look, just dig deep and you'll get some answers. Dilution. So dilution, the word dilution is about like using something with the essential oil, which we call a carrier oil. We use fractionated coconut oil just to help that oil spread further and to help it not be as potent. So for an example, if you've got, you know, sore shoulders and aches and pains, you want to use a drop of ice blue. Well, you can put 1 or 2 drops of ice blue, but if you want to cover a big area, that's not going to do it. And if you've got sensitive skin, it might irritate your skin, but putting a tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil in there and getting a really good massage, you're going to be able to get that further. And you're also going to make sure that if you got, you know, you're going to have less skin irritation if you want to get it. So when applying essential oils topically, not only is it important to follow the guidelines, but it's often but necessary to dilute the essential oil so there's not too much powerful, it's not too powerful for the skin. Because they're potent, essential oils have a strong chemistry. Sometimes you'll need to dilute the oil before applying it topically to ensure you don't experience any sensitivity. All right, so exactly what we've just gone through is about diluting. So, and if you need to dilute more, you dilute more. If you need to put more coconut oil on, you put more coconut oil on, and you'll start to get familiar with the oils. Some of them you can pop on neat, which means you don't need to dilute them. And once again, it tells you that on the bottle. And if you ever want to know more, all you need to do is Google the oil, right? So if you Google doTERRA lavender AU, or if you're in the UA, like US, or wherever you are, right, you can get the pipe up. So it will come up with lavender. It will say if it's safe to have internally. So our lavender is safe for flavoring use. And it will also tell you if you need to dilute it or if you can have it neat on the bottle as well. Let's see where I can see that. Drop. Yeah, and it actually says on here as well to avoid contact with eyes, in ears, and sensitive areas. I love that. And it's got the code on the bottom that you can look it up once again. So as long as you've got a carrier oil, you're fine. Now there is dilution charts for babies, for kids, for adults. So you obviously want to dilute more for the younger the baby or the child. And if it's somebody with sensitive skin or a little bit older, once again, you want to be making sure that you're diluting it. Okay, so it's good just to have a little try and see what works best. And again, what we're using it for. We don't dilute when we're cleaning. We don't dilute when we're popping it into the diffuser. We just pop in the diffuser with the water. This is when we're applying the oils to our skin. So storage. Storing your essential oils at home is a major key of keeping your family safe. So obvious reason, essential oils should not be left out with small children. I've got small children and they have been educated from the time they've been born of what oils they can use, when they're not allowed to use oils, not to just grab them whenever they want and to use all the time. And most of them are out of reach. I don't know if you can see up on the board up there in the background, really high up, I've got some essential oils there. There are some here on my desk. They're up there. There are some here on my desk, but the kids know that this isn't really their space. They can get to some essential oils, but they're generally the ones that they have for themselves that they can use. So they're free to grab those that are safe. The bottle should always be sealed up with their lids. So after you use them, you want to close the lid and close it right, and keep them in a safe place. Important to keep them out of direct sunlight and away from heat. Now, I have had information from other people within doTERRA high up who have said, hey, if you leave your oils in the car, it's totally okay. But as you know, as much as you can, try to keep them out of sunlight and out of heat. The light and the heat can alter the chemical structure of the oils and lessen their effectiveness. All right, so we want to keep them as potent as we can. So you want to store them in a cool place, a dry place. You want to be able to preserve the powerful properties in there as much as you can, and allowing you to, rep the rewards of the essential oils, and especially citrus oils. If you've left the lid off, if you have not closed that lid properly, they're going to really just evaporate, and they evaporate quite quickly, the citrus oils. So you're going to be losing your oils. You don't want to be doing that. All right. You want to be making sure you're just keeping them tight, keeping them in a safe space. Now, children, so essential oils are safe around your family and children as well. However, there's a few extra precautions to take when it comes to using essential oils with the little ones. First, as we mentioned above, it comes into making sure that they just can't reach for everything. If they were to reach for an oregano, it's a hot oil, it will burn them. It's not something that we just want them to be able to grab in their hands. And it's also important to note that little kids have delicate and sensitive skin, a lot more than adults like you and I. So it is necessary to dilute them before applying them topically to the kids. And the dosage chart, which you can also Google doTERRA dosage chart, dilution chart, you will get that up as well. The dosage chart includes children recommended for internal use, and just keep in mind will always be much less than with an adult, because they are a lot smaller, they're a lot more sensitive, they've got developing bodies, and require far less oil. So make sure to teach your children and even teenagers about essential oils, and that when they're to use it under your supervision, so you're around, you can see what they're doing, and set a good example of proper essential oil use around your family, and really hone down on those guidelines and what they are. So personal considerations. This is important as well, as I think that everybody comes from a different background, different health conditions or concerns or worries or concerns of some type. And it's a really good idea to consult your healthcare professional before you're using them. If you've got things going on, you might be using some certain medications as well. Like, it's totally the most responsible thing to do to get some answers from your healthcare professional. Okay. The same goes for your children. If you've got any concerns about them using essential oils for your children, you can talk to them. My GP knows that I use essential oils in my family. She knows that's my first go-to. My chiropractor, she uses the essential oils herself. So I align with people that have the same beliefs as me, and values as me, and I still like to get their understanding, and still like to get, and still like to talk to them about it as well. So it is possible to use essential oils safely in conjunction with eating healthy, exercising, promoting healthy lifestyle. Like, that's what we want to be doing. And you have to always consider your own health as well, your personal health status and any concerns first. For an example, a woman who's pregnant should always consult their doctor before using oils. There is lots of resources like the Modern Essentials book and stuff that will also give guidelines of which oils to stay away from and which oils to use safely as well. So it's all available, it's all there, but just keep that in mind. Okay, so using essential oil safely, I really want to share with you this quick video. It's done by one of our science guru, Dr. David Hill, and it's an incredible quick video. It's very well will fit into this call. So I'm just going to pause the share for a second and get that video up.
doTERRA's product support team is available to answer.
1 second. Back up. Let me get to here and share this one. All right, you with me? You can see that? Yeah. Okay.
Any questions or concerns you might have when using essential oils. A question that's often asked is, are essential oils safe to use on my kids? The answer is simple, yes. Essential oils are safe and effective for the whole family. To ensure you have a positive experience, follow these safety tips from doTERRA's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. David K. Hill.
Essential oils are powerful. To ensure that you have a positive experience, use these tips to safely enjoy the amazing benefits of your favorite essential oils. First, avoid getting oils in your eyes or ears. You'll want to avoid contact with any sensitive areas on the body, so make sure that you wash your hands after applying oils. If you happen to get a little oil in your eyes, flush it out with olive, vegetable, or fractionated coconut oil. Your natural reaction might be to use water, but keep in mind that oil and water don't mix. Using water might actually make things worse. Second, be sure to look at an oil's label and review the doTERRA product guide for usage and directions. Many oils can be used internally, topically, and aromatically. However, not all of the oils can be used with all three application methods. You'll also want to note the sensitivity chart and make sure you are diluting an oil properly. If you have sensitive skin, you might want to keep a carrier oil handy when trying an oil for the first time. You can also try the doTERRA Touch line, which features some of the most popular essential oils pre-diluted for use on small children or anyone with sensitive skin. Third, avoid using citrus oils topically when going into direct sunlight. Citrus oils can be photosensitive and can cause discoloration of the skin. Even using a tanning bed and using the citrus oils topically should be avoided. Finally, remember that because essential oils are very potent, a little goes a long way. You only need 1 or 2 drops to experience the incredible benefits of doTERRA's essential oils.
So I know it's pretty much a lot of stuff that I've gone through with you, but I think it's nice just to see it from like a science guru. It's always nice.
One of the trickiest aspects of parenting is getting kids to sleep and
stop that. Now, can you see the PDF again? Yeah. Yeah, you can't see the PDF. Now? Yeah, awesome. So the greatest medicine of all is to teach people how not to need it. And that's something that makes me really passionate about the essential oils. I think there's a place for modern medicine. But I think if we can take care of so many of our elements and reduce the toxins and the chemicals in our life, we can really make a huge difference in where we're heading, where our health is heading in our life. So if you're brand new and you have not yet enrolled with doTERRA, the best way is to get started in one of our enrollment kits. For an example, the Home Essentials kit is something that I started with. The Nature Solutions kit was not available at the time, but if I could get started right now, the Nature Solutions kit would be absolutely the way that I would be going. So any of these kits that call out to you and meet your budget and sound like, look like they are exactly what you're wanting to do, that's the best way to go. Just keep in mind, some of these kits, like the Nature Solutions kit, will give you active points to use for free to get free products. An example, the daily usage kit. If you enroll with that this month and next month you place a monthly order, which you don't need to place every month orders, but we do have this program that's called the Loyalty Reward Program, and that's how the smart people continue to get all their products, because you get free points, your shipping comes back in points, and then you can spend them. So if you're to get the daily usage kit and then next month you're to get on LRP 100 PV worth of product from doTERRA, they will then credit you another 100 PV. So it's about $120 that you'll have in points to buy more product from doTERRA. And I think that's incredible value. There's a few other ones, so active sports, seasonal essential box, gourmet cooking, bedtime bliss. So there is literally something for everyone and something for every budget, so you can get started in your essential oil journey. When you go to enroll, it's going to ask you, would you like to be a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate? The difference is, as a customer, you're going to save 25% off retail, and you've got that for 12 months. After 12 months, you can renew it. It's $25 for a free peppermint to renew your membership. As an advocate, though, you do have the ability to earn the income. Now, I have gone through each of these ranks right up to diamond, and I have found that this monthly income is very true. It's an average, so you're not necessarily going to get the first month you hit the rank. Although diamond, it was pretty spot on for the first time that I hit diamond, but by the time you're hitting the next rank, you're going to be seeing that previous rank as well. This is an average income that comes in at those ranks, and it's pretty incredible as well. So we get paid 5 different ways. And as I said earlier, I've had a lot of experience. I sold businesses for 15 years. So I've seen a lot of, income, residue income, help, the expenses. The amount of expenses that we have in this business is so minimal, and we have the opportunity to earn more. I know quite a few people that are blue diamond and presidential diamond, including one of my best friends. So I know that these are possibilities that happen all the time. Even for someone who doesn't want to take it that high, you might just want to look at structuring and getting a bit of a power of 3 to get your oils paid for. And then the third level is $1,500 every single month. That's on top of all the other pays. So there's a really good opportunity to invest in having a second income on the side, or having this, as we do, as our primarily income to support our family. I've got heaps of other classes online. So business side is your thing. Just register. You're able to register for them all. Some of the previous classes I've done up on YouTube, or if you are interested to know about them, let me know. I can send you the details, the link, or registrations to register for those other classes as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for jumping on to learn how to use your essential oils safely. I hope you feel a little bit more confident and you've learned something out of today. The biggest thing is, don't be afraid, but also just, think about things. Like, I think it's a little bit common sense not to put essential oils in your eyeballs, right? But it might not be to everybody. So it's good just to step over it and just to talk about it, and diluting it and feeling comfortable in popping a few different oils in your diffuser. And that's probably the first place you want to start with if you don't feel like and then look online, like doTERRA blog. Like, see, this is if you want to enroll, this is where you go to enroll with me so I can support you. And you'll see here it's got DIY, do it yourself. So if you were to click on there, it's going to give you recipes of how to make a hand sanitizer, a hand cleaner, how to cook things. There's recipes there of how to cook things. So all those ways you can also use your essential oils, and it tells you, you know, add 4 drops when you're making this cake and so whatnot. So it's all there. It's all very helpful. And to give you a little bit more confidence, when you enroll with me, you get all these bonuses. So we get to have a one-on-one consult, really work down at why you want to use your essential oils. You get a 4-part email series with ebooks, 150 ways to use your top 10 oils, a startup ebook that's all done. Oil camp, so it's 15 units that you get to work through. It ticks it off as you go through. That's in a Facebook group every month. You get access to my members hub. This is a little example of the members hub here. You get like ebooks on products. You get PDFs. It's heaps of incredible stuff to help you have a little bit more confidence in using essential oils. You also get the free Droply app. So with the free Droply app, you can look up recipes, you can look up dilution charts, you can look up lots of different things and get that information. You also get access in your VIP group. So this is a lot of bonuses that you get when you enroll with me. And if you're already enrolled, make sure you tap into these things. There's lots of resources, even from doTERRA. So doTERRA have got doTERRA University, which has got lots of education. They've got courses that you can do online that help you learn about using your oils. It's endless the amount that they've got. doTERRA blog, I've got my own blog, lots of people got blogs. So there's so much information you can learn on how to use your essential oils safely. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you so much, Chantel, again for joining me. It's always great to have someone on with you. And I hope you've learned something from this class. So thank you again.